All right, everybody, it's time to dive into one of my favorite topics of any game that I play, which is cosmetics. And one of the coolest things about Baldur's Gate 3 is that you can be an absolute vain individual if you want to be, with all the different camp items that you can get and different outfits that you can get on your character. But also, and this is a very, very important thing, which I don't think a lot of people know yet, is that you can also dye your armor and your clothing. And there are a ton of different dyes in the game, along with a ton of different outfits. Like, there's actual outfit vendors in the city of Baldur's Gate, and you'll find things that drop in dungeons and stuff, but you'll also find dyes that drop, and you'll also find merchants who sell different types of dyes. And there's rare dyes and common dyes and all sorts of different colors that you can add to your clothes. So if you're someone who wants to create the perfect look for your Tav or one of your origin characters, that's what this guide is all about. We're going to be diving into both the controls on the mouse and keyboard, as well as how you can do it on the controller. I actually think the controller UI looks a lot better for showcasing how your character looks, but either way, you get the same results. But we'll go through both of those so that those of you who are on console know how to do it, as well as those of you who are on mouse and keyboard. So without further ado, let's get into the video at hand. Before we go, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss an update as we continue to play Baldur's Gate 3 and all the other games that we do. Daily streams usually happen at 11 a.m. or sometimes before then, just in the mornings sometime. But you can also check out all the other playlists. There's Let's Play series and podcasts and movie reviews and all the things that we do, plus the member videos if you're a member of the channel, and the Discord. Links to all those things are down below. Let's go ahead and get switched on over here into the in-game camera here. It's a bit of a hiccup. There we go. Streamlabs likes to be a little cranky sometimes on my old laptop. It says, I'm getting old. You need to update me, sir. All right, so here's my main character. He might not look that good because his stuff is kind of wonky in terms of the coloring and everything else. But let's check out Gale as an example, because Gale's robes are pretty easy to modify, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look here in a second. This is what Gale looks like normally. With the robes that he has right now, which, by the way, if you don't have this armor set, this robe set, these are the robe of the weave. It's so cool. So the way you do this is if they have a potion, which he does not. So I actually do need to go back to my Tavy Tav. Let's go ahead and look at some dyes here. So I got baby blue and gold dye, black and azure dye, black and jade green dye, black and summer green dye, some bloody plum dye, some blue dye. These are the ones I have on me at the moment. Ooh, some dark amethyst, some harlequin black and white. So let's go ahead and select all of these dyes and move these over to is that the right? Yep, there we go. Move these to Gale. I think that's all the ones that we've got. Yeah, looks that way. All right, let's go back to Gale really quick. So right now we're doing the mouse and keyboard version, so you can see how I do it here. But essentially, you can either right-click and combine, or you can just double-click on an individual die. And what it's going to ask you to do is to combine the die with an item. So in this case, we would bring the robe of the weave over here. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no way to preview this, so you just hit combine and see what it looks like. So I would say, if you're going to do this and you're going to dive into seeing what all the various dyes look like, don't forget to quick save first, because you don't want to accidentally dye it a color that you don't like. So this is the white and scarlet dye, so let's see what that looks like. Not bad, not bad. What about the Harlequin black and white? Let's go ahead and move that over here. I think we have to actually close that down now. Let's look at the Harlequin black and white. Oh, that's very groovy. Let's go ahead and try the, which one is this? Baby blue and gold? It's not bad. It's not bad. But, yeah, not my preference. But let's take a look at what this looks like on the controller. The reason I like the look on the controller a little bit better is because when you go in here to the character sheet, I feel like you get a much better close-up of the character like this. And I also like the way the inventory layout is, in my opinion, it looks a little bit better. So essentially, it's the same system here if you're on the controller. I am on the Xbox controller. Let me grab my cheat sheet because I don't play on a PlayStation anymore. I haven't in a long time, so I got to actually pay attention to what buttons. And I do have a cheat sheet here, which tells me which buttons are for the PlayStation players. So let's go over here and I would bring up the context menu with the, if I'm on that wireless for, or excuse me, if I'm on the Xbox controller, it's the X button. If you're on a PlayStation controller, it's the square button. That's going to bring up your context menu. And then you would just go to the combine and you would hit the A button on the Xbox controller, which is the X button on the PlayStation controller. And that's going to combine. And then you have to go down here and find the thing you want, which in this case would be the robe of the weave. And we would do that and then hold, in this case, Y on the Xbox controller or the triangle on the PlayStation controller. Just hit Y. You don't have to hold Y. And that's gonna show that. That actually looks really cool. Really cool. All right, let's try the black and jade green dye. That's kind of groovy. Black and summer. There's a little bit different, this one. So that's too green. Way too green. Bloody plum. Have we tried this one yet? That's a little too Roman Imperial. I don't care about the blue. Dark amethyst. Let's see what this looks like. This is a rare dye, by the way. Quick commercial break, everyone, to give a shout out to our first official guild officer, Babylonia, as well as all of the guild champions, and of course, all of the members who help keep me on the air full time. To join as a member, simply click that join button below and pick your tier, but you can also support with SuperChats on any live stream or premiere, or SuperThanks on any upload or YouTube short. Don't forget the Discord. Let's get back to the video. Oh my, that's interesting. And what other one do we have? Do we have another one in here? It's this one right here. Sinful red on bone white. Very interesting. Cool. And remember, it doesn't only apply to the clothes. Like if you want to apply it to hats as well, like I would maybe toggle the helmet. We could do it to the cloak as well. So let's go in here and say I want to do the bloody plum dye, or let's just say baby blue and gold dye. Let's try this on the hat. Hat right there. And he now has a yellow hat. And let's look at the cloak as well, because we could totally do it to the cloak. Let's do the baby blue and gold as well, because we're just showing it. And we'll go to the cloak that I'm wearing and hit that, and boom. So in a nutshell, everybody, that is the quick and easy way to dye your armor and all of your various cosmetic items. Now, it doesn't only apply to the items that you're wearing. These are obviously my adventuring gear. We can toggle our overclothes, and we can go in here and look at, if I want to do his normal clothing, come in here and say, let's take the blue dye, combine it with his. Now, here's the hard part. You got to find things like his underwear, which I don't think we can see at the moment. Ah, here it is. We needed to do the cloak. Here, let's do this. Let's find his, this one right here. His austere clothes. And now it's blue. So, or bloody plum, I should say. So there you have it, everybody. That is the quick and easy guide to dyeing your clothing and your armor sets in Baldur's Gate 3. Remember, you can find dyes in the world. They are drops off of mobs. You'll find them in chests and in hidden places throughout the world, but you can also find merchants throughout Baldur's Gate 3 or Baldur's Gate City, not Baldur's Gate, but in the city itself, you'll find various merchants. Some of them have just like a couple of different ones, but also you'll find clothing merchants that actually specialize in clothing and dye packs. So if you want to go down this route, it is absolutely worth your time, but understand that it's a money sink and a time sink because the dyes aren't cheap, and yeah, you might have to go to some out of the way places to find all the merchants and everything else. But if you really want to get into it and you want to make your character look exactly the way you want, dyeing and customizing your clothing is absolutely the way to go. So, hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, as always, thanks so much for following along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams every single day, every single morning, 11 a.m. ish. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Don't forget to check out the playlists, this is Discord channel below, and of course all the member videos for those of you who support the channel. Till next time, stay safe and happy gaming.